I'm going to call this special meeting of the Gloucester School Committee to order. This meeting is recorded by video and audio in accordance with a state open meeting law, consistent with the governor's orders suspending certain provisions of the open meeting law and banning certain gatherings such that an in-person meeting of the school committee is not possible. This meeting will be conducted by remote participation. The public may not physically attend this meeting, but every effort will be made to allow the public to view and listen to the meeting in real time and participate when necessary. Because this is a special meeting, there will be no oral communications. We are going to start by going into executive session for the purpose of discussing negotiations, and we're going to come out of an executive session and reconvene in public session, and is when we complete our executive session. I would guess if there's anybody in the public watching, that it will be about 45 minutes or so. That would be my guess. I don't know. But we will reconvene in public session, at which point we will take up the action items of voting some contracts and agreements. So with that being said, I move the school committee will meet in executive session pursuant to Massachusetts general laws, chapter 30A, section 21A, for the purpose of discussing collective bargaining with the GTA, AFSCME, and personnel contracts. And we will return into open section. I so move.
Second.
Okay, Maria, can we have a roll call vote?
Mayor Taken,
Yes.
Ms. Watson,
Yes.
Ms. Weason,
Yes.
Kathy Clancy,
Yes.
Mr. Favazza,
Yes.
Chairman Pope,
Yes.
and Ms. Prince.
Yes.
Okay, we'll remove ourselves into executive session, and like I say, we'll come back in a public session when that's it. So everybody has the link. See you there. Okay. All right. We're back in public session, and I apologize to anybody who's been waiting, but we had a number of contracts to review and discuss in executive session, and it was unpredictable as to how long that was going to take. But it's all resolved, and we're going to move on to the public section and our action items. And the first motion I will make is to approve the tentative agreement between the Gloucester Association and the Gloucester School Committee dated December 14th, 2021. And I so move.
Second.
Is there any discussion? All right, seeing none, Maria, can we have a roll call vote?
Mayor Taken,
Sorry, yes.
Ms. Watson,
Yes.
Ms. Weason,
Yes.
Kathy Clancy,
Yes.
Mr. Favazza,
Yes.
Chairman Pope,
Yes.
and Ms. Prince.
Yes.
Okay. It passes unanimously. I'd just like to thank all of the people that put time in negotiating this on both sides. It was a long process, so it was a good process, and we got to a satisfactory ending of that. And the details of the contract for anybody who's interested will be available publicly as soon as possible. Okay, moving on. We are going to table the AFSCME agreement. It has not been ratified by AFSCME. This evening, we reviewed salary increases associated with all of the personnel contracts, which is all the non-union employees in the school department, which includes the principals, the superintendents, the the IT department, and food services, and the athletic director, and probably some more people that all the assistant principals, the bus managers, and like I say, we approve those as a group, and I so move that we approve the personnel contracts as presented.
Second.
Is there any discussion? Seeing none, can we have a roll call vote, Maria?
Mayor Taken,
Present.
Ms. Watson,
Yes.
Ms. Weason,
Yes.
Kathy Clancy,
Yes.
Mr. Favazza,
Yes.
Chairman Pope,
Yes.
and Ms. Prince.
Yes.
Okay, it passes 6 in favor, 1 present. And these are all different contracts, and there are different conditions in each one, and they will be available. If we could, they'll be available as soon as it can be typed out and put up somewhere. Okay.
Jonathan, I just want to say for the record, since this is my last time, I think that when we did executive session, we discussed a lot. I want to thank everyone. I would love to give everyone what they want. It has nothing to do with me voting present, that I don't exist. I just want to show respect for my leaders and people on my administrations because they don't have the contracts. My team, my managers don't have contracts. They do minimum, and they also deserve, everyone deserves the raises that they're getting, especially these past 2 years. So I want to thank everyone for their hard work. I voted present, not because I disagree. I voted present. So for the record is because I want my staff to get the same thing too. And it's just different. It's just different on school side and city side. It has nothing to do with anyone's better or not. It has to do with, you know what, we don't have that kind of a contracts or what you're doing. So thank you, everyone, to Joel and to Melissa and everyone who was on it, Samantha and Kathy, everyone that did the negotiations and for the past 6 months. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so those were approved once again. The next order of business is the approval of the Teamsters Local Union number 42 bus monitors contract effective July 1st, 2021 to June 30th, 2024, and I so move.
Second.
Okay, is there any discussion?
This is their first official union contract.
That's right. They are now part of the Teamsters. Maria, can we have a roll call vote?
Mayor Taken,
I can vote on this one because I do have union on my side. Yes.
Ms. Watson,
Yes.
Ms. Weason,
Yes.
Kathy Clancy,
Yes.
Mr. Favazza,
Yes.
Chairman Pope,
Yes,
and Ms. Prince.
Yes,
okay, it carries unanimously. Thank you very much. And the last order of business is to approve the superintendent's contract as discussed with a salary increase to $189,000 per year. And I so move.
Second.
Is there any discussion?
Yes, I just, again, it's my last time. And I wanted to thank Ben because I was on those committees with you when you hired him and then why are we hiring someone and what are we doing and everything else. But I have to tell you all, those who were not with me on those night calls or when COVID first started, and those who were not there when we were calling 24/7 and we didn't have to hire all these extra for, you know, the ESSER and the OPI and the CARES Act and everything else and keeping everyone safe and what we need to do. And when I asked everyone, please tell, and this was very important, people, when we asked our principals, that's why I wanted to say yes, when we asked our principals, please, even though it's in their contract that you're supposed to get that cost of living, hold off, because we really didn't know. There was no CARES Act. There was no OPI. You all pulled together and you waited. Even though it's by law, we're supposed to give it to you, but we didn't know where the funding or whatever. And Ben talked to you all and it was great. It was the best teamwork that I've ever seen in the history of my 20 years serving as a city council and the mayor of both sides. And Jonathan, 20 years, ups and downs, and it's been great. We've been, we came for so many different things, and what's sped and what's this, and it's so hard and what was expected. But the past 2 years of COVID, what we went through, Ben, I thank you for being by my side. I thank you and I thank Jeff Paco too, because he's a miracle worker on some of the things. But you know what, when that came to that, we did open up, we did succeed, and all of you. And Joel, I love you to death, kid. I saw you grow up. I gave you your first candy when I wasn't supposed to, so you know that's going to happen. And all of us together. And I'm going to miss you. I'm getting emotional, but you deserve this raise. And I thought it was going to come back with like, I don't know, $20,000 more. Excuse me. But it was a moderate little increase. And for all the work, thank you, thank you, thank you. So I am definitely voting yes on this.
Melissa?
Ben, of course, I just want you to know that I'm absolutely supporting this motion like others. Having worked with many superintendents, I can honestly say that I am extremely impressed with being a first-time superintendent and getting the city through COVID and keeping our schools going the way we did over the past year and a half and still going forward. Your commitment is unremarkable. And what I love most about it is your commitment to the most neediest. You didn't just look at the school as a whole. You dissected the needs of every department and of all the students, no matter where they were in school. So yeah, I'm just beyond praise for you and glad to see that your salary is being increased to what your worth is for the amount of years that you've worked. So very, very impressed and can't thank you enough.
Thank you, Melissa. I really appreciate that.
Any further discussion?
I'll just say I'm obviously supporting this. I could not be more thrilled to have you as our superintendent. It's been a growth time, even with the challenges. I think we've made great progress in many, many areas and have laid the groundwork for a lot of great work to go ahead, to go forward with. So thank you.
Thank you very much, Kathy.
All right. I will be supporting this, Ben. I'm very thankful that you're here. I can't imagine what this past 2 years would have been like without you. So,
Thank you, John. I really appreciate that.
okay. Maria, can we have a roll call vote?
Mayor Taken,
Absolutely, yes.
Ms. Watson,
Yes.
Ms. Weason,
Yes, absolutely.
Kathy Clancy,
Yes.
Mr. Favazza,
Yes.
Chairman Pope,
Yes,
and Ms. Prince.
Yes.
it carries unanimously. And that concludes our agenda. Is there anything anybody who would like to say before we adjourn?
Jonathan,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, go ahead. Superintendent.
If I give an update on the schools, a brief update, especially an update on Beaman, is that okay for the committee if I do so?
Go
Great.
ahead.
Well, first of all, before I get there, I want to thank the committee for your comments just now. I said privately to all of you, but I'll say out loud is this has been a great committee, a committee that, as I said to you, didn't always agree with each other, and that's the right thing to do, but worked hard and worked really thoughtfully through your differences and through immense challenges, and always came to better solutions by working together and working with me and our team, and then really stuck together once you coalesced around a path. And that consistency, that thoughtfulness, that teamwork, and the challenge you gave each other in terms of working towards the best solutions really served me personally well, but the point is serve the community and our kids very well. So we'll have a great committee coming in on January 1st. And also I'll miss this group and how you guys work together and the collection of parts, which made a great whole. So thank you so much. Moving on to give folks an update. So start with some good news. Beaman has, so one of our primary concerns with Beaman, and as I communicated to all of you individually, and then through my communications to the community, was that we needed to close it for a few days because of staff and the staff not having enough staff to properly run the school. And that was because of illness, COVID and others. And that was clearly the right choice. At the same time, we also were concerned with a rapid acceleration of cases at Beaman from Wednesday on last week, really doubling the number of cases, and a concern that would accelerate even more. As you know, we have quite a bit of testing at Beaman on Monday through Test and Stay, which is the rapid test, and also through our weekly COVID testing, which is a PCR test. It was and so whoever was registered and wanted to get a test was able to on Monday. And we were very concerned, and I said myself, Principal Ginodi, Nurse Leader Jeff Parco, the Board of Health were concerned that we would see from all that testing many, many positives. And the great news is that we haven't. We've seen some through the Test and Stay, which was 8 classes of Test and Stay. We had 3 positives. And then in the pool testing, there was only 1 pool that was positive. And that pool was tested today in terms of the reflex testing. We offered to everybody, and they came to that one group of folks came to the high school to get tested today. And the negative and the top and the positive was identified. There have been a few other positives at Beaman, just from people who were already out and testing separately, testing outside of school. But really, ultimately, we have 2 more cases in total than we did on Monday. So on Monday, we had 24 cases. Right now, we have 26 active cases at Beaman, meaning some have dropped off as we've added others. But what we haven't seen is a continual increase, which is really good news on so many levels. I think it was the right thing to close the school because that could have been worse. And and there'll be positives that come probably from the population there as we go forward. But we really believe that we didn't exacerbate it. So that's good news. On pool testing today, the news isn't as rosy because we had numerous, this is the pool testing that happened on Monday. We haven't gotten the pool testing that happened on Tuesday or the results back yet. We're seeing earlier in the school year, we saw results come back in 24 hours. Now they're taking about 48 hours for the pool testing, okay, for the weekly COVID testing, sorry. So at East Gloucester, there were 3 positive groups. At high school, there were 6 positive groups. We've already tested 2 of those and found and identified the positive. We'll do the rest tomorrow. These results came back later at the end of the school day today, so we couldn't test all the positives. Veterans had 1 positive, and West Parish had 2 positive groups, and the individuals have been identified in those as well. So that's working as it should. With the number of cases that we have in the community and the schools right now, there are more positive groups than we typically get, but it's working as necessary. So that's good news. The current numbers right now, they are high, the highest we've ever seen. West Parish is so we have 84 total cases. Let me just make sure I got the right number here. 82 total cases. Exactly half of those are at East Gloucester. Are at Beaman and West Parish combined. So we have 15 cases at West Parish. About 4 of those have come through in the last couple of days through Test and Stay and our pool testing. The other ones are 11 at GHS, 11 at O'Malley, and the rest of schools have fewer than 10, 4, 1, 9, and 5, that sort of thing. So a real cross-district experience right now. I will say this, that we've had a few more staff go positive since Monday, but still the staff, except for at Beaman, are quite low still across the district, which is good news for our staff and the folks who teach our children, obviously. Just a couple more things quickly. We will continue to push really hard vaccinations, getting boosted, and also testing. We've been working on some improved communications on that and put them up on our Facebook sites and also the district website, and we'll be communicating sort of in a regular fashion about those. While Open Door will be canceling its or curtailing its testing, we are aware of other private groups, including Beauport Ambulance, which will be I think they're doing testing and or vaccinations. And so we'll be broadcasting, communicating about those as we go. Those are really the important pieces: vaccinations, boosting, and testing. We'll also be working with folks to do vaccination clinics hosted by the health department or North Shore Community Health at GHS or O'Malley. We're having a little difficulty scheduling GHS for those just because there are other things that are planned, athletic events that are planned, but we will find spots where as best we can to host outside providers who are having vax clinics. We won't be hosting our own. I can't put it on our staff to do the complexity of a vaccination clinic, but we can make sure our facilities are available as much as possible. And then the last thing here is on a call with the commissioners today. I don't have a crystal ball, and certainly Omicron is changing things rapidly. But what I will say is, as we go into the new year, we'll be continuing to do work to prepare for situations like Beaman, where you have a class or a grade or a school shut down temporarily, quarantine temporarily, if cases warrant that. And we'll have to be able to put together an approach on remote learning that we can stand up very quickly. In those specific cases where you have a class, a grade, perhaps a whole school that has to quarantine, say maybe it's 5 or 7 days, that sort of thing, and then follow the sort of quarantine protocols. We didn't need to do it this time because we're going on vacation, but we will have to work to get an option in place there, and we'll work with the school committee and others as we go forward to make sure we're prepared, just in case. So that's what I have, just quick to give you guys an update and round things out. Boy, I think we all want to get through the half day tomorrow. And if I could, I'd extend vacation a couple more weeks, but that's probably not allowed and would send us into deep July of school, and I don't want to do that. So, but it's a break well earned, and I hope well taken by everybody.
And by you as well.
Yes, I will take a few days off.
You deserve them.
Thank you. Our kids are home and we're all healthy. Thank goodness. And want to spend some time with them.
Okay, great. And you're moving.
And we're doing some moving too.
Good.
Oh.
Do we have a motion to adjourn?
So
So
moved.
moved.
Second.
Maria, can we have a roll call vote?
Mayor Taken,
Merry Christmas, everyone. Thank you for all the services you've done for the city. For those of us who are leaving, thank you so much. Welcome to Gloucester, Ben. Jonathan, enjoy your wife and get the hell out of the state. And let's meet in Hawaii, because your son James has great friends, I heard there. So that's not a problem. Again, everyone, it's been a pleasure. Keep up the good work. Be safe. Enjoy your time off. And yes, the stage 4 park will be turned into a COVID testing site after the new year, because we cannot keep up with the curative of all the people that were going to the open door. The sites are opening around. Please look at everyone's Facebook pages. There is going to be something happening. Vaccines, boosters, first time, KPM pediatrics, everyone. So, and now they're open on Sundays because of Beauport. So you can't say that I couldn't get there. So, and if you don't want one, respect others, wear the mask. If you don't believe in that, then just stay home. Bye.
Ms. Watson,
Yes, thank you, everyone. Happy holidays.
Ms. Weason,
Yes, and really a special thank you to Jonathan and Joel and Safathia. Thank you.
Kathy Clancy,
Yes, I second what Laura said.
Mr. Favazza,
Yes.
Chairman Pope,
Yes,
and Ms. Prince.
Jonathan's last motion,
my last motion.
Joel's last yes,
Yes.
Safathia's last information.
So it's
Yes,
unanimous.
happy holidays. Jonathan, please talk. My response is yes, Maria.
Okay. Well, thank you all, and enjoy your time off. And for the last time, I'm going to declare this meeting adjourned.
Oh.
Good night.
And
Night.
thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. An era ends.
Good night.
Good night, everyone.
Take care.
Right.
Be safe.